Alright folks, Pachinki's Idiot, we are back with...
Yada.
And we're going to be heading on to the island of no return.
Nice.
Out of the blue. Nice.
Uh,
Nice. So people's guesses were right.
Didn't expect him to turn out dead.
I didn't, but once I saw the image, the teaser image, I had a feeling it was him. Hey, I can't believe we're sailing out to find an uncharted island from a 30-year-old Sombra map. Ace, I think it's a solid lead. I managed to get in touch with X again to ask about the map, and X's response was, full steam ahead. So X knows about the island. Well, that settles it. X must be Sombra too. Ace, this is a trap. I share your doubts, bro. Even if the secret island... What are we supposed to do here? Will X meet us? What if this alleged Sombra facility doesn't even exist? Land! Ace, the secret island's in front of us.
At last! Lars, help me moor the boat. Trev, Ace, and Jack, you're going ashore.
Nice. Going ashore. Out of the blue. It looks like we're either... It looks almost like a King Kong or a Jurassic Park.
It's creepy enough.
Yeah, it's funny when I record at, I think it's 2 a.m. here, where I am. In other parts of the world, like where you are, I think it's like what, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Now, I think it's around noon.
Noon?
Yeah.
Wow. See, so it's normal for
Or
you.
like a 30, more or less.
Definitely has the King Kong vibe with the Skull Island.
Does he have like a syringe in his back?
Yeah, sure looks like it. And a mermaid and SOS.
Doesn't look good.
Yeah, someone had to have been close to him. Either that or he was experimenting on himself, but who knows. Whoa, Sombra sure knows how to welcome visitors. There's a dead body on the beach. Look at his skin. He's all blue. Hold on, we know that guy. He's Professor Metcalf. He's a scientist behind the next level experiments. We know Metcalf also experimented on himself, but that humongous syringe sticking out his neck doesn't look self-administered. More like somebody brutally stabbed him. But Ace, if this is a secret facility only Sombra knows about, it means only Sombra could have killed Metcalf. But why? Metcalf was the brains behind the next level. Well, unless... Well, Ace, since we know X must be Sombra, maybe X was Metcalf? Wow. Ace, if Metcalf betrayed Sombra, that'd explain why they'd silence him. Which means we're now alone on Sombra's turf. The murder to solve. You're right, Metcalf's killer still must be on this island. Let's get on their trail. Any clues? That cigarette's still smoldering, and don't recall Metcalf smoking. We need to grab a saliva sample. That waterproof bag must be Metcalf's with his initials on it. Let's search its contents. Ace, there's no going back now. We must solve this murder if we want this island to give up its secrets.
Whoa.
Oh, brother. Oh,
Just
brother.
give it X. I mean,
Yep.
I don't think he was X since Elliot received the message just like...
He doesn't seem clever enough to be X in my estimation.
No.
But I gotta go grab a whole bunch of stars. Jar was only there for a little bit, but she'll be there, I think, when we come back. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Au revoir.
Ciao.
Alright, folks, Pachinki's 88, and
Yada.
we're back. So let's finish off some of the items since we've grabbed some stars. Nice.
So, Joe was kind of fun.
Hey, so what did you find in Metcalf's bag? Navigation charts, compass, flare gun, and wait, his phone? Did Metcalf pack his bag to leave the island? If he betrayed Sombra by helping us, his escape would make sense. I agree, Ace. We should unlock Metcalf's phone and find out what went wrong with his plans.
Bye.
I don't believe he's X. I almost feel like they're trying to have us go down that route. Just to throw us off. Alright, so who smokes? We've collected saliva from that cigarette, Ace. The microscope is on our boat. Let's hope the sea's calm enough to look at your sample. So the phone's probably going to Elliot, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. And the sample to Lars.
Unless the phone isn't Metcalf's. I'm pretty sure it is, though.
Maybe we will have some messages in it.
Yeah.
Or videos. And...
Ooh, 9, just... Well, Ace, you've unlocked Metcalf's phone. Let's get it to Elliot. Ours. So who do we think is going to be suspects in this? I mean, we haven't even seen a suspect yet, so thinking maybe a Saul, Baxter.
I'm thinking the lawyer.
You're right, the lawyer.
I'm thinking maybe the red-haired one, Ruby. I think it was Ruby.
That's right, I forget about her.
Yeah, she appeared like a couple of times, so...
Yep, the volcanologist.
At some point.
And of course, Bryce LeBeau. Hey, the DNA on the cigarette belongs to one Bryce LeBeau. Does that name ring a bell? Yeah, you met LeBeau in Sydney, an infamous French treasure hunter who got in trouble for diving near a sunken Sombra ship. I wonder how he knows about Sombra's secret facility, Ace. We should find this LeBeau. He must be nearby. And that guy. That guy seems like he could definitely be.
Yeah, he was funny.
He was funny. He was crazy, but he's funny because he's crazy.
La cigarette? Oui, I dropped it when I saw your boats, Inspector Ace. I didn't want to get caught trespassing again. The bureau gave me so much hassle in Sydney.
How did you know about the island, LeBeau? It's uncharted.
Uncharted? Oh, I don't look at Charles, I died.
Well, you shouldn't dive here. There are facilities here run by criminals, and one of them just got murdered.
Murder? Quelle horreur! But it's not my problem. I'm heading back to Sydney.
Well, nobody leaves this island until Senior Trooper Eddie says so. You'll smoke the rest of your cigarettes by your boat, or we can keep an eye on you. Wow. I have to say that your Italian is way better than mine. Way better.
I tried to give him a little bit of a French accent.
Yes, and I can definitely see that worked. Hey Ace, I can't believe this guy. He's diving and smoking on Sombra's secret island. You think it's a cultural thing? Maybe we should have to do a pawn if... Oh, my phone. Archer speaking. Ace, I've got news. What happened? Did X get in touch again? Well, no, nothing from X, which is worrying. We found something on that satellite, a little hut carved out of the mountainside. It could be Sombra's base. I'll send you the coordinates. Alright, Ace and I will check out that hut. Over and out. I always have fun when they plug little things from me.
Yeah. They're so nice.
They are.
You spoke to them through Facebook, right?
Yeah, I've hit them up through Facebook, sometimes through Twitter, sometimes through email, depending on who it is. It's just they're a really good team, and they work really hard on this game. And I think because I have been doing all 150 plus cases, they're supportive of me. Oh man, hearing you speak French or having that French accent just makes me go, man, I wish I had. I need to start getting other more culturally relevant people on here because, like, and for the Philippines, I could have had some some Filipinos on and stuff. I'll start doing that going forward.
That's name-saving.
Yeah. I'll start doing that going forward.
You kind of did it when you were in Sydney.
Yes.
With Natalie and...
Yes. Well, and that was fun. Look at the view, Ace. Is this really Sombra's headquarters? How can they have nicer digs than us? Sorry, Ace, you're right. Better focus. Let's start with taping that torn picture back together. Is that a box of ammunition? There's a faded note attached. Let's grab the dusting kit. Who could be a hitman? Oh no,
What?
they wouldn't bring back Ronin.
Ronin. I think
That's
he's gonna come up like in the last district.
that's what I'm thinking. Ooh,
Haha, I knew it. Yeah, she was going to come in.
hey, so the picture shows Metcalf. He's young, but it looks like the other half of the picture's missing. We see Metcalf handing a file to somebody, but we don't see the other person. There's just a hand. You're right. There's a message scribbled on the photo. You're playing with your life, Michelle. Hey, this Michelle wouldn't be Michelle Zoria, the lawyer you arrested in Sydney for tampering with that Sombra shipwreck. And that wasn't the first time Michelle's been involved with Sombra. She also represented that dirtbag who kidnapped Elliot. Turns out Zuria's on Sombra's island. It's pretty clear she's in cahoots with them. Let's find her.
Yeah.
Yep. On
Question
X,
is she with them or against them?
I don't know, but X seemed to say that she was that we needed to talk to her when we first started this. So it's hard to say that. It's hard to think that she would be Sombra. Hmm. Hey, someone wrote "Go back and do your duty" on the note with these bullets. Sounds like an order, but without a signature. It's pretty vague. But you're right, Ace. That show-off Jonah will probably have something to say about these bullets.
Don't touch Jonah. He's my favorite.
Yeah, Jonah's cool. Oh man, lots of. All right, Michelle. Uh-oh. Senior Trooper Ace, you're here.
Yes, you're
Oh
here.
shoot!
Sorry.
Start again.
Okay. Oh, Senior Super Ace, you're here.
And so are you, Michelle. You can't deny it anymore. You're Sombra. Now cut to the chase and tell us if you killed Metcalf. We've got proof you threatened him.
Darn it, the blue skin fool's dead. I knew he'd complicate things. But yeah, I did threaten him. So what? Metcalf should have known better than to show his work to strangers. Before you ask, I don't know who he spoke to or what he gained from it. At least he had the sense to destroy the other half of the picture. But I warned him that Sombra doesn't take kindly to traitors. Looks like I was right.
So you freely admit Sombra's silenced Metcalf, and you expect us to believe it wasn't you?
Oh no, I know you only believe what you can prove, Senior Trooper Ace.
Oh, brother.
She's so annoying. Oh,
Alright, let's speed everything up. Hey, oh yeah.
Ace, I'm surprised you didn't recognize his bullets.
I'll get to the point, Jonah. Why should we have recognized them?
Because you saw them in Sydney. These bullets are from the same gun Veronica used to shoot her target.
But Veronica's now in jail, so how did these bullets get here?
They got here through Baxter Fraser. I've checked with the lab, his fingertips are all over the casings.
Yep. Wait, Baxter's here on Sombra Island? But he ran away to New Zealand. He was terrified they'd find him.
Well, he's back. Looks like he was reminded of his duty.
I wonder what his duty was. Baxter and Veronica were both trained by Sombra to be assassins. Wait, H, you think Baxter came back to kill Metcalf? It wouldn't be the first time Sombra killed one of their own. And Baxter didn't use these bullets, but he still may be our man. Let's find him and make him talk.
I forgot about Baxter.
That's right. And he is an assassin, basically.
Ace, Metcalf's phone had almost nothing in it. He took precautions.
Alright, Elliot, you need to give us something before Sombra finds us here and sinks our boat.
Well, the only thing I could retrieve was a draft text message that reads, I must leave the island. Metcalf didn't finish the message. You can guess why.
He was interrupted by the killer.
Looks like it. The metadata shows Metcalf never got to send the message.
Well, if our theory is correct and Metcalf was X, he was probably trying to contact us, except he got killed before he could do it.
You think Metcalf was Ace? That would explain why they are not replying to my messages. They went silent after confirming the island was real. But get this, Ace. The metadata in Metcalf's phone also shows that the text was deleted. after Metcalf was murdered.
Wait, what? The message was erased after the murder. Only the killer could have deleted it. Did they leave a trace?
That's where I step in, bro. Yeah, the killer left a trace on the phone's touchscreen, a greasy substance that turned out to be sunscreen. There was no sunscreen on Metcalf's skin, so
So our killer wears sunscreen. Well, the weather's pretty grim outside, but the prison cell will be darker still. Nice.
you know.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. And in Phoenix this weekend, it's supposed to get up to 120.
Whoa.
It's hot, hot. We'll be staying indoors for sure.
Ace Metcalf's cadaver is fascinating. His self-experiments resulted in so many unique pathologies that feel like PhD thesis.
We already hold 5 PhDs, Angela, but we only had one informant. Chances are it was Metcalf. So just tell us how he died.
Well, the primary murder weapon was a syringe containing hydrogen cyanide, a very fast-action poison. The only fingerprints on the syringe were Metcalf's, which suggests that it was his own.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Metcalf to walk around with a poison-filled syringe, but he didn't inject himself with poison, right?
Nope. As they suspected, the killer stabbed Metcalf with a syringe. The shape and location of the impact wouldn't leave no doubt. Furthermore, bruises all over Metcalf's body indicate that he fought with his attacker. The bruises are difficult to notice because of his blue skin, but they are quite telling. They cover specific nerve points on the body. There is one particular style of fighting that targets these pressure points, Krav Maga.
Krav Maga? Well, that's what the police and secret services use in some parts of the world. The killer knows what they're doing, but so does Ace. That's right. Learned quite a bit there. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's up, Baxter? What's going on?
Looks pretty leading.
There you are, Baxter. You ran away from Sombra once, but it didn't take too much convincing to bring you back into the fold.
No life appearances fool you, Senator Brace. There's a lot that you don't understand. I came back to take destiny into my own hands.
By killing Metcalf? Well, admit it, that was the duty you were called back to do.
You don't know how wrong you are, Senator Brace. But if you don't want to listen, I'll let you discover the truth the hard way. Okay.
Hey, Ace, since we haven't heard from Axe since we sailed to this island, instead we found Sombra's chief scientist stabbed with his own syringe. We discovered that Metcalf was leaking Sombra's secrets to an unknown party, which would, admittedly, fit with him being Axed. No wonder Sombra silenced him. The question is, who did it? Was it Baxter, the young next-level assassin who came back to do his duty? Or was it Zuria, Sombra's lawyer, who discovered Metcalf was betraying them? What about
Ace, I've just received a distress call.
a distress call? Could X still be alive?
No, it's someone who says they're being held hostage inside a volcano.
Gee, I wonder who could be inside of a volcano.
Yeah.
Probably Ruby. But we'll see in Chapter 2. There's been Pitching Ace 88.
And Kiara.
Over and out.